What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome back to Let's Play Seven Nights Flashpoint. We have a Battle Strike mission on the docket. Also of note today, in the real world, they updated the game. They released a patch that overhauled the non-combat guard AI in a really meaningful way. I'm looking forward to play it, but of course, what we've got on the docket right now is a pure combat mission, so we're going to be running that first. If it goes quick enough, we'll run a stealth mission right afterwards. I am not sure. That might be next episode. You'll know before I will, because you'll see the timestamps and what's down there. But for now, we have a simple battle strike to go for. I cannot yet get a high-risk transporter to put 5 people into the mission, but we have equipped our squad with pretty well modded, mostly, well, half, I guess, level 4 weaponry, some of it crafted level 2 stuff. Overall, should be decent looking. So let's see what we can do. Welcome back. We are boots on the ground. Penny wants this done quickly, and let's go ahead and knock down all of the enemies. So we are against a street faction, so they've got, generally speaking, weaker weaponry. You don't tend to see assault rifles on street factions, so shorter range guns and less powerful stuff overall. We are still sitting at power level 5 for enemies right now. Worth noting, though, there is one guy on a flank over here, and I'm expecting his movements to get him pretty close to, like, around here. I think he might get this spot within 5 AP, but the range there would be pretty bad. Like, if I stand here, that range is 22 meters, which is pretty bad for an SMG. So as long as I don't walk into this area, it shouldn't be too bad to, like, deal with everything. Ultimately, I do not want to let the enemies go first. I do want to note that they have a patch max here, so they've got a big action point increasing thing. That's going to be pretty useful here. So, of course, they're going to be impossible to reach early on, but yeah, they're going to buff some of these guards. Thankfully, the guards are pretty low quality, but still have to be worried about this. Ultimately, let's go ahead and... if I have a sniper, I want to start with her. Unfortunately, snipers kind of suck at shooting guard captains because they have high armor, but it's still maybe the best option we have. Man, there's a lot of annoying things here. So these two are relatively in range, and I can, like, duck behind this wall afterwards, let the enemy guards move up. That's probably kind of the best option. To where I'm really tempted to run to... and you actually need to get them both in line of sight somehow. So if I stand here... yeah, if I stand here, I'm not in range of you. 31 meters, my gun has a full max of 30. Actually, yeah, AR's hard cap at 30 unless you get a, like, subdivision of an AR that has more, but 80% of them will hard cap at 30 range without some kind of mods that would increase max range. Ultimately, I have to burn a lot of AP to get here, it looks like. Try to be in the most convenient spot possible. This is probably decent. I think the cone will be wide enough, and it puts me in a spot that I'm well covered, so let's just do this. I think it's kind of my best opening move here. Should be playable overall. We go full auto. Yep, we can hit them both. Let's put 3 bullets in the captain, 2 on the regular grunt. We get a crit, which is nice. We go again. Worse accuracy due to recoil. Should still be playable. Okay, we got a crit on exactly 1 bullet. And I think realistically... well, I'm going to yield down to 18. Let everyone else have their turn first. I would like to be in a spot where I can clean up stuff pretty cleanly. Part of me says, let's spend 1 AP. But man, do I really want to be this open? When this guy can come out, probably around here is 5 AP. Yeah, that shot would suck. This guy can't get into the breach in time. This guy can get here, about here for 5 AP. I think that shot would suck too. So I think standing right here, as long as we kill this guard, is safe. So yeah, I'm going to move my Vanguard to right here. Puts her in range of both. Oh, right, it's a Vanguard, not a Sniper, so I can't use... I don't have, like, Nest or anything. Alt range isn't horrible there, but not amazing. I think... who do I want to throw rounds at? I think you're the more annoying one to kill, so I'm going to throw rounds at you. Shot 1, decent. Shot 2 should also be decent. It was better than decent. We take those. I am going to... actually, you know what I should do? Is I should just throw up Refract and guarantee this guy is useless for a while. I think that's fine. I can play my way around it. I'm going to save my second charge. That should be no problem, but I think this is worthwhile. And it kind of just guarantees that dude's going to be useless for a bit. I think this is totally playable. And then, yeah, I think I'm going to end my turn just kind of standing up there. And I shouldn't need extra cover. This should be fine. Line of sight here is going to be reasonable. These shots look pretty good. I'm going to have the Gunslinger go instead. I'm going to have him throw basic pistol bullets out, as they are less precious. Reloading a pistol is cheap. Spend 1 AP. There we... I'm pretty sure I can get in for 1 AP. There we go. If I'm right here, he will step out and take the shot. So that looks pretty playable. The question is pistol or revolver. I think it's pistol. Highly accurate, which is nice. Down you go. And then, again, am I safe standing here? Not from you. So I'm going to take another step and go out to here. And then I should be safe to delay. And, again, are you a real concern? Yes. You probably don't get here easily, but I want to get protocol to safety. But you can delay. Protocol should hide. If he's here, that looks a little open for my taste. I'm going to go here instead. Sucks to spend 3 AP, but it is what it is. That spot should make me safe for most of the guard movements. Let's see what they do. And we'll start spamming delay. Everyone can go down to... Well, you're going to go down to 8, which kind of sucks. Actually, no, 8 is enough. 8 is enough to be behind everyone, so we're totally fine here. So, down you go. Alright. They're running closer. Sure. Taking cover there. He saw a body. He's going to stand still. Okay. Yep, here we go. Cut off their retreat. Buffs up a teammate. Seems really powerful. You're going to get pretty far. Yep. So let's see what this buff is exactly on you. Also good initiative, by the way. Yeah, 2 AP, 10 move speed, 4 initiative. We have to get this kill. At worst, we can atomic stutter, but yeah, that guy is scary. Everyone else should be less of a concern immediately. How many are there? Yeah, true. Okay, we should be safe against you. You're going to run up and get some decent cover. And then you're going to get as close as you can. You're done as well, but this is now getting kind of spicy. Alright, so the question now becomes, who among these can I kill easily? Who needs to be kind of dealt with? So for example, this guy is on drugs, and with the plus evasion, it's actually a little bit harder to kill, so I'm really tempted to just stun him. At the same time, there's a grunt captain here who's quite tanky and harder to deal with, and so that makes it, you know, a pretty good stun target as well. With the distance being at 10, I can't do any kind of funny shenanigans here. Obviously, a lot of guards here to be dealt with. The Urban Assault's going to be useful. Fanny's going to be useful, or Gun Kata, rather. So let's see. What can I do to make this next turn go well? And who's the important stun? I guess to start, I can yield. I can yield down to 1 and get a bit more info. So, nice. I'm actually going last, which is really helpful. So if I run out to here, that's pretty much perfect. I'm sadly short 1 bullet via this gun, but it is what it is. I'm just going to run out here, like, truly into the open. What's important, though, is Gun Kata should give me 3 shots per person with both guns. Accuracy is not great due to already having some recoil, but we just kind of get what we can. You being at 10% because you're in cover, let me see if I can manipulate target count. Not the way I want. I want 3 targets, but I don't want to shoot that guy. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm shooting at 3 targets, which is correct because of how many bullets I have. I'm shooting at 3, and if they land, we kill. If they don't land, we don't kill. I'm expecting, you know, 1.8 kills here. That's expected value. Let's see if we get it. 1, 2. Wow, we got all 3. Well, that's pretty great. Thank you, Gun Kata. That was wonderful. This would have been a 10% chance, so I don't really care that I didn't have the 4th bullet here, but next question then is, do I want to go into Link Watch? And if I go into Link Watch, what happens is I only get 1 shot. Oh no, sorry, you get 2. You do get 2 reaction shots. So 2 reaction shots with the revolver is pretty playable. The scary thing is my initiative is going to be basically nothing. I'm going to be stuck at 1 initiative next turn, so everyone goes first. Which is probably fine. It's kind of what you want out of Overwatch. But the problem is this guy's already behind good cover. So I don't have a good opening on him. And I can't even guarantee they go this way on everybody else. Like, I think you don't even make it on your turn, and these guys aren't guaranteed to go up this way. So I think let's just let you have initiative. And unfortunately, it was crap. Okay. Fine. Okay, I'm going to run you back out to here. Can I get... Yes, I can get line of sight with only spending 1 action point. That's good. With 5 AP remaining, I can shoot both these guys. No big deal. I think you are not immediately concerned. You might be at some point, but not immediately. If I go full auto here, it looks pretty decent. I'm pretty tempted to hit crosshair lock for the accuracy and crit chance just to clean them all out. It seems really worth it to me. So we spend the AP. Now we've got guaranteed hits. Also, the crit chance is really high. These are likely both kills because of the crit they are. I have 1 action point left that I can't do much with. I'm tempted to run forward to find this angle. But really, it's like you're going early, and there's almost no way you're useful, thanks to... Actually, standing here is scary. I think the Cadillac goes early, but I've got to watch this sight line here. So I think I kind of want to stand like this, which blocks it. Keeps him safe, I should say. Basically, let the Patchmax run forward, let this guy run out, and we can probably step up and get shots down on this Grunt Captain. So we'll put you here. Right, there's run and gun, as I always forget about that. And then honestly, I think you're on an okay spot. I could throw a stun down. I don't think I need to. I would love to be able to be greedy and hold more resources. I'm going to run out to here. I think this range is so great that it's just not going to matter. And I'm allowed to make this play and walk up like this. Because again, you got an SMG, and SMGs have really poor accurate range. We get reinforcements. They are very close by. That part is scary. There's even a wildfire, which is going to be full auto enabled. So yeah, we've got a couple of street vendors with the bonus evasion. We've got this wildfire who can go full auto with an urban assault. That is scary, and they're really close by, which I'm gonna have a hard time running up to get line of sight on them. This is gonna be really difficult to do. See, I can run up all the way to here and like barely get shots off. It seems like a very poor use of my action points, though. The problem is I can't really get to this Grunt Captain either. So this is a really tough round where if I wait for them to move, they can pretty easily close the gap, get to here, and shoot at us. If I don't wait for them to move, I have to spend a lot of AP getting into range and hoping I have enough damage, which I'm not guaranteed to. It also means I can't Atomic Stutter, which is a little bit scary as well. Now, thankfully, this counts as full cover. Like you can see, there's no lines drawn to that guy, and you're not going to be able to reach me easily as well. So I can basically ignore him for a turn by standing over here. With the goal being... Let's go right. Is it really? Oh, wow, the exact same pixel blocks the line of sight there. That's too bad. Okay, well, if we go from here, that gives me line of sight on both those, which is playable. And I think the play is just spam shots down range, hope it's good enough. Thankfully, these guys all go late, so this should be pretty playable. That's okay, but not great. We shred the armor. That's a really big deal, actually. Do I want to look ahead at them for -2 initiative? I don't think we're going to need to, so I'm going to just hold this. I don't have any special leverage, so yeah, that's not here. Yeah, do I want to look ahead to -2 initiative? I think that's not really a downside to it. I don't think I'm going to need more charges of look ahead over time, so let's just burn it. It's going to be a little bit more awkward for her. We can run out and take a shot. If I do a delay, I go to 10, which is fine. Only these two go first. And that way she can use the refract at the end and guarantee that things are safe. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's have you run up. You're going to get closer, but you shouldn't have... Oh, you almost have a shot, but we're fine. He's just stunned forever. I should report this real quick. Okay, so Row doesn't move. Medium prio. One of the guards spawns in this battle strike. Doesn't move. Row has spent 2 turns now just standing still and not participating in combat. Alright. They can figure out what's going on. I don't know. I just know what's happening. Not a huge deal. Wait for the report to go through, and then we'll move forward. Soon. There we go. Alright. So, yeah, Protocol should actually walk up. Oh, wow, yeah, I have fairly limited action points here, which is a problem. I can spend 1 AP here, which is not great. We can basically try to all group together, which doesn't sound like the best idea. I think we can still hide from you, though, so ultimately I think we can just run up and... Okay, that's telling me I won't have line... Okay, there we go. If I stand there, it tells me I have line of sight. Alright, let's do that. Actually, I could have tried to do different order here, because he's got upgraded marker sights to drop their evasion and give crit vulnerability. Might as well Iron Grip here as well. Take a shot. Best one I have is this. Good damage. And realistically, best thing I can do here is put down Overwatch and make sure our team is as safe as possible. Overwatch definitely very valuable here. Ammo going to be pretty tight. If I go to here... Yes, the thing is, if I go to here, I can reload the pistol and use gun kata on a couple, but I'm also blocking line of sight for my guy over here, which is not ideal. But where can I stand where I can shoot 2 of them? There's not a ton of places. I guess I can try to go... Yeah, if I go here, I'm like fully blocking him. That's obviously not good. If I stand exactly right here, that gives me line of sight on 2, right? Right here it tells me I have line of sight on 2. But again, it means I have no coverage at all, and this Street Bender has no problem coming out and hitting me. I've already ended my Cyber Knight's turn, so I don't have anything there either. If I go too far out, I can't use this because gun kata costs 3 and I've got to reload the pistol. I'm pretty sure using gun kata is still like kind of my best option. The only other one would be going here and shooting the revolver. I guess to be fair, if I am right here... Come on. There we go. If I am right here, this shot should be fine, and then I shouldn't be blocking the line of sight anymore, and I can shoot this guy now as well. I'm surprised that's not a direct shot, but whatever. It's blocking enough that it's not a big deal. It's blocking my soldier a little bit, but not too badly. I'm going to see if I can get something a little bit better. No, I've really got to go pretty far up. It's got to be right here. That tells me I have enough line of sight to take the shot, so... sucks that I'm blocking the Overwatch a little bit, but it's the risk I'm going to take. Maybe that's wrong, but it's kind of what I've got. So here we go. Yeah, we cut off that Overwatch cone a ton. That's really not great. Oh well. Shot 1. Good. One thing I could do, and I'm actually really tempted to. Let's see. If I yield, I go behind these guys, so I can't do that. So I have one thing I can do is just shoot the revolver. It's very reasonable. Coin flip to kill. That's fine, right? I mean, coin flip that I hit, and then the odds of killing is like 90% once that happens, so to me, I still call that basically a coin flip. Another option is reload the pistol and shoot that. It'll be less damage, won't kill. Another option is reload the pistol, take a step back, and go into Link Watch. Or like a step over here and go into Link Watch. Or, well, yeah, about here is reasonable. This guy's gonna have a hard time getting to me. But essentially, well, standing somewhere where I can use Link Watch appropriately. That feels the best to me. I mean, I don't have to, I guess, reload the pistol to do it, but basically I have to choose if I want to use the pistol or revolver for Link Watch, I guess is what that comes down to. I do want to reload the pistol. That just seems like a correct idea. And then, if all I'm using this for is to stop their movements, the accuracy is way higher on the Raptor, so I feel like I should indeed run across here. I'm standing kind of in the open, but I should be protected from him. Take this pistol. Reload it. And then you two are in my Overwatch cone. We have a good hit chance here. Should be pretty playable. Alright. Another consideration now is I actually can't do any yielding here because of my initiative count. So I've got to, like, find my way into a useful turn. Which sounds a little difficult. I can shoot this guy, which is pretty playable looking. Leaves my entire team back here, which can be scary. We can see that this patch max is going first. No one's going ahead of her. That's a little scary. I could try to like walk out here and take a couple of shots and then throw down Refract, but I'm still worried about your initiative being good. That's definitely scary for me. The odds of me killing you with a revolver is relatively low. I mean, the damage isn't bad, right? It's, 300 damage roughly. But if I don't get the shots to land, we're pretty screwed. Base accuracy 71. So if I shoot twice, I'm expecting 1.4 hits. Yeah, the odds aren't great that I actually get the kill here. And the odds are definitely not great that I get to go first with, first on initiative. If I had one more AP and I get 3 shots, I would probably be more willing to take the risk. But I am certainly not here. So I'm tempted to just run out here instead. Unfortunately, again, a lot of my team is going late due to running into Overwatch, but that's probably still correct for me. I think we just run out here, take a shot, and it makes everything else a little bit easier, right? One fewer chance to fail. Yeah. Let's just hope we can be grouped up enough and have good enough initiative rolls for next turn that it's okay. Let's take our shot. Decent chance of it succeeding. It didn't. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to put Refract. Let's see. Do I need to put Refract down is the question. You can run around and make us a little bit afraid. So if I do this, I block more lines of sight and make my team a bit safer. I think this is worth it. Let's see. My initiative rolls are between 11 and 21, so about a coin flip whether or not I go before the patch max. You can get to here and shoot no problem. I'm pretty confident in that. So, left versus right. Left is a little bit faster for them, technically, but... yeah, all I can really do is just put this wall down, hope it's, you know, reasonably placed, and... that's just kind of going to be me. Let's hope our initiative rolls are good enough, or our accuracy rolls for the Overwatch is good enough, basically. She's blocking that line of sight a little bit, but not too badly. He should still have a pretty clean line. Alright, let's go. You're going to try to flank. You might have AP still. Nope, good. Here we go. Okay. One miss, one hit. Other one. You didn't miss. Okay, good. That's pretty big. Alright, next turn. You shouldn't have a shot. You don't. That's good news. Cool. My chance hit was 56%. Wow, I actually want a coin flip to survive that. That's pretty big. Okay, so only 2 of us go early. Yeah, so 1, 2, and... okay. Yeah, you're still useless, so only 2 of these guys matter. You're clearly worth stunning, and then we can start messing with the other guy. Okay, actually, real question. Is it clearly worth stunning? So I can walk up here and swing twice, no problem. But swinging twice means I don't have anything else to do. Well, I can swing once and see what happens. I'm going to start with that. I'm going to swing once. Because the odds of me killing are decent here. Right? If I don't roll a graze, I'm guaranteed the kill. 50%. We got it. We even crit, which is cool. So now with my 2 AP, I can use some other tools here, right? So I can, for example, delay this initiative. That would let my entire team go ahead, which allows me to save my stun for longer, which seems pretty worth it. Another option is to indeed just go for the interference spike on you. I can't yield or delay because I'll go after Alpha here, and Cadillac is not guaranteed this kill. I could throw Precomputed down and have somebody else go early, which would say, like, let Protocol or Egress go. Egress does have, I believe, we can't see ammo right now. He does have 2 revolver shots available, which makes this fight pretty playable. The problem is, once I precomputed, I can't yield and still have my turn work out. So, the only thing she can do is use buffs and debuffs. I'm tempted to buff his initiative. That seems very valuable. Have him walk out, shoot a couple of times, pistol afterwards. That seems pretty playable. Cadillac can follow up. It's likely becoming a kill as a result. I think that's okay. I think we can save the stun and play it like this. I'll yield, even though it means I'm going after everybody. Oh, right. Because he goes to 21, I can yield behind him. That's funny. I forgot about that, but that's how that works. All right, couple of options here. So, obviously going to walk into range. So, the thoughts are, if I use Flush, I can lower his armor, right? If I use Flush, I can drop his armor by, you know, from 74 to around 63. But an alternative choice is... and that's like basically revolver, pistol. That's decent damage here, right? But an alternative choice is next turn, because my initiative is going to be really high. I'm actually pretty much guaranteed to go first. I can walk up here and use Flush on you to drop your cover bonus by 35%, which is massive, which is probably more important. So I'm willing to take this risk. I'm not guaranteed to land every shot here. Thankfully, I got a guaranteed graze. And then this mediocre pistol shot. I'm tempted to go called shot to get the guaranteed glance, but I'm really sure I don't need it. I'm pretty confident that Cadillac can finish the kill for me, so we'll coin flip this. That's fine. He's going to go early next turn, and yeah, with Flush, this should be a much easier kill. Alright, well, Unique is kind of chilling. I'm going to start running forward here. I don't want to block Cadillac's movement, but I can start running towards the exit. Nothing else you need to do. Okay, surely I can't miss this many shots. If I miss the first one, I'm going to walk in a close range and just get the guaranteed glancing hit. Okay, cool. Alright, so now what we can do is kind of run up to here. Again, Egress is going at 26, so I'm not worried about initiative rolls. I can walk up here and take a low probability shot. Yeah, 9%. Actually, why bother taking 9%? That's just kind of senseless. So I'm going to run out into the middle here instead. That should give me clean lines on most spawn placements. I don't have a reason to really reload this, so let's be done. Are you still useless? Yes. Okay. Very odd, but oh well. Let's see what happens when I stand here. It might not be good. We're going to find out. Are you still heavy cover? Nope, no longer heavy cover. Okay, we'll just take a couple of shots then. We'll just go, let's see. So inside optimal, -3, or -9 technically. And this is actually not inside optimal for the UAR, so let's use the Urban Assault. If we crit, they die? Almost? Okay, well, it was close. Turn 4, is it reinforcements? Yes, and they are directly right there, which is funny to me. More incoming indeed. Okay, fine. That is kind of funny. Alright, well, I have some guns to reload. This is going to cost 2 AP to reload. The pistol is going to be requiring a reload as well. We have 3 action points. That is enough to use gun kata here. Best I can do is shoot these two. I have nothing else to do, so let it rip. Okay, 1,000 damage crit. Thank you very much. This guy's still useless. Alright, well. You don't have Overwatch tools, and you're pretty far from the fight. Let's just have you take a couple of shots. Guaranteed glancing hit, so down you go. And I have not very much else that I can provide. I don't have Overwatch, I don't have Refract, I don't think I need to use any stuns. I could choose to wait and be a little bit cautious here, just in case. Probably don't need it, but hey, why not? I do have an Overwatch charge, but I don't have a good way of lining up both these guys. So I can shoot once and go into Overwatch, and that's okay-ish. This might be where I use the Atomic Stutter. Let's go ahead and pop Iron Grip, get the recoil back. Let's take the kill. Okay, we're not taking the kill. Best thing I can do is put down Overwatch and hope it's good enough. It certainly might not be. Alright, let's... Well, actually, I would like to be able to swing at both of them. That's going to be a little bit more difficult. So if I don't care about Overwatch... Or, actually, yeah, this is going to be fine. So I don't care about Overwatch. Because what I can do is just strike and then stun with the bat. And that's going to be completely safe. So, I'm going to walk here. I'm going to strike because I need to... Yeah, I'm going to strike you. Great. Not even a glancing hit. And then Power Slice is a stun on clubs. You're guaranteed a glancing hit when using a melee weapon because you're in close range. Even glancing hits will happily apply all those buffs as needed. And then I have a spare AP, so let's give it to Cadillac just because she still has movement points for this turn. No real reason why, just I had things that I could spend. So you should probably just reload some of your weaponry and get ready to take this kill down. And this guy is stunned, so I don't care. Oh, shoot! Oh, oh, shoot, oh, shoot, oh, shoot, oh, shoot. I forgot that clubs are only a one-turn stun. And I didn't... Ow. I forgot that clubs are only a one-turn stun. I should have used Atomic Stutter, because this guy clearly could have had a good initiative roll. I am stupid. This was an entirely avoidable mistake. Whoops. Thankfully, there's no reinforcements left, but that is a totally unforced error. My armor is shredded. Thankfully, no one ends around to kill me anymore, for the most part, as the last guy is literally useless. Yeah, so he just, like, doesn't have an AI for some reason. He is angsty. Like, he is alert and in a combat state. He's just, like, I don't know, maybe he's not tagged properly? I couldn't tell you, but obviously there's... something is wrong there. Anyway, team can run forward. I guess let's be safe and reload the guns, but really I'm just going to Atomic Stutter from over the wall, and then charge in, and it'll be totally fine. Yep, cool, good for you. So run across the map. Let's Tactical Surge, get the team going. And then... there we go. You're stunned, we can easily walk up on you now. Unless there's a bug. If there's a bug with, like, the map layout and he, like, can't path, then that's a problem. But I'm going to assume that's not true until I have evidence to the contrary. So we can run all the way in. We can find you. We have clear line of sight. You are stunned. I can no longer overextend. This definitely would have been a bit more of a wrinkle to the fight if he was able to flank me and do stuff. So, unfortunate that was bugged, but oh well. I managed to make it interesting anyway by, you know, just griefing my positioning and the stun durations and whatnot. So, oh well. Actually, I'm pretty sure the sniper's gonna have bad range here. Yep, inside optimal range, so revolver it is. Down you go. Alright. The goals are done. I want the team clear of the kill zone in full guard. Let's move. There's victory. All right, 30 minutes in. I am expecting the rest of this episode to be base management for the most part. So it'll be probably next episode we look at the stealth AI, but oh well. Well, good job. We took him out. Yep, I'm injured and wounded. We got some solid XP, including for upsell the hacker. US levels up, which is nice. Overall positive stuff. Feeling good about it. Great. Money is good. We take those. Okay, good. This is what I was hoping to be true, but it is true. And of course, I'm also hitting a stress roll now at some point. I think spending 5k on saving a day and a quarter is fine. I have plenty of money. I'm not worried about this one. Go ahead. But what I plan on doing here... So I have a legwork due in 0 seconds. I have a legwork due in 2 days. I have a legwork on the table, and I guess there's only one. I thought I had two, but I guess I don't. So being that I'm not going to run any missions for a little while because people are in surgery. Oh, we have a CPU spike, which I could send my hacker on. That'll be... We'll probably add that to the episode as well. We've got legwork to run. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hacker out of the trainer. He got 1 mission worth. To me, that's worth it. He took 10 stress for doing so, but it's fine. I'm going to put this legwork into motion. So I do one of your Merc Zone legwork. One of my under-the-table suppliers trying to dry up on me. Their corporate source, equipped with all sorts of small things, chems, implant schematics, stuff I need, stuff I can't get. Yeah, so I think we've read this before. We need stuff from elsewhere. How much do you source? Might have seen this already, but here you go. Here's the dialogue for it. And then so we can hack them, which would give me 60%, which is not terrible. Or we can sense a combatant, which is 65%. That seems a bit more interesting. Now, it's 2 favors and 20 influence, but if I fail, I might get injured. If I try blackmail, same upside, but the downside is different. Ultimately, we're just going to bump to 65. I think that's very reasonable. Go ahead. He's going to do what he can. And just how little I have to do to scare them back into line. Cool. So now that I've got multiple legworks in flight, it's time for the Underworld Hub to boost that legwork chance. Plus 20%. Okay, great. This now puts Origami Joe's thing at 90%. We're going to hope, fingers crossed, that we're going to be okay. Next token's in 0 hours. Didn't pop yet, but let's just hope it went well. So we've actually got a mission on offer first. We've pinpointed a valuable K-Milieu data block. I need you to deploy a virus by spike in the CPU. So passive for quantum isolation under the streets of New Boston. They can't Q-gap their cores, but it won't slow us down. Or they can, rather. So what's on the data host? I don't actually care. It's just a powerful system that's part of their computing backbone. I just need to take it out. So you can steal any data you can find while you're getting the CPU. Oh, we can make the hit for you. So it's a solo CPU spike job. Not a problem. All right, how'd it go? It's good I was there. He was not ready for how demanding that was going to be. Herr Schweinchen only sent 2 people, but they were enough to be scary. The first was an assassin for sure. The second was a walking data recorder. You could practically hear the SimStream recorder running in her head. She soaked up everything that happened all week. I don't know what his game was, but he wanted everything. They demanded to look at previous year records, meet clients, see the current stock. Between the two of us, Joe and I were able to keep them away from the really sensitive details of his network. Do you think he's planning to take over? I wouldn't put it past him. As the opening moves of a new smuggling route and partnership, that was hyper-aggressive. But Joe agreed and let them. It's his shot at the elevator up to the big times and is willing to risk it all, not to miss it. Have to keep an eye on both of them. Joe sends his thanks, but felt the need to immediately change the locks and rattle all the chains as soon as those goons were gone. And the Werner Braun weaponry? He's evaluating the Gunrunner network. No guarantee he approves. Hopefully we'll hear soon. But I hate Herr Schweinchen for his heavy-handed aggression. So he's got a tag. This doesn't have anything in the game just yet, although there are plans to flesh out the story engine more and make these matter. I'm excited for things like this. I think it's going to be very fun. Basically, from what I can tell from what I've seen in the game so far, the devs can create a bunch of bespoke missions, like individual story quests, side quests, whatever, and those will hook in to be like, hey, this is a mission where one of your mercs goes like, hey man, I really hate this contact, we should take them down. And so it'll be like, oh, it comes from my Cybersword, it targets Herr Schweinchen, and as a result, we have this mission that targets that person, and so here we go. That's my understanding of how that sort of system is meant to work. Anyway, again, we're in surgery here, we're running legwork. In 15 days, we'll get the answer here. That'll be nice. Oh, actually, it is not a CPU spike. It is a Q gap spike. Okay, cool. This map especially, it takes kind of a while, so it's probably not going to be this episode. Let's go ahead and have these surgeries recover first. Also, I am going to go ahead and bump some of my buildings here. So let's get the Underworld Hub moving towards level 3. That allows me to get my high-risk transporter contact. That'll be useful. Hacking Station's level 2. Field Ops is already level 3. Hacking Station towards 3. Yeah, I need to bump Nanoscrubber. That's already on the way. We can try to bump the Detox. I think that's worthwhile. So it is for the trainer as well. I'm going to choose... I'm going to choose to invest in the trainer first. This might be incorrect, but whatever. They're both pretty valuable. Counter Intel to 3, not terribly important right now. At some point, I'm going to get level 4 and trade for favors, but we're not there just yet. Now that we are level 2 here, though, I'm going to go ahead and spend a token to blow off some more heat. Put me down to 40. So I've got my tasks going. Let's go recover from surgery now as best we can. Hype limit break for my hacker. His loyalty is pretty low for saving his brother, but, you know, whatever. We can bump calm. Now I'm going to bump loyalty. That seems better to me. I guess we have the opening to detox people. Let's do that. Sort by stressed. And looks like, yeah, you're in surgery, so we'll send you. Oh, he's on legwork. Okay, we'll send you then. Let's recover from surgery once. Okay, looks like they're both done. That's cool. Let me make my safety save. That's due in 1 day, so it's going to be time to burn another Underworld Hub token. And make sure there's no other legwork to do. No? Ooh, we've got this. Okay. Let's start this convo now. Actually, I need to wait for it. This, I believe, spawns a combat mission. And I want to make sure that my Cyber Knight is ready to go for it. Let's take as long as we can as a result. But yeah, I want to get these legworks to be in a good spot. So let's boost the legwork chances by 20%. And that should make them... They don't update until you tab back over, but there we go. They're both 100% now. I get my next... efficiency grind in 17 days. It's kind of a while away. Field coordination, though, is quite nice. That'll let me get some special stuff for a future mission, so that'll be pretty positive. Anyway, let's go ahead and have these things complete. Influence limit break for this guy. The only thing you have is combat drugs and street military items. I do not care. I'm not going to puppet master that. That seems like a waste to me, so I will... You'll pay more for missions for a bit. Cool, great. I don't care. That's not what I'm about right now. But that's okay. It's fine. Let's keep moving forward. Nanoscrubber is finally upgraded, so I can bump other things, such as Hacking Station, eventually toward the higher level. I can bump the cold storage up as well. I think it's worth it now. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm not really upgrading the rhyme or reason, to be honest, but I think it's fine the way we're going. There we go. Made some friends down near the spaceport, and it didn't cost too much of your UDs to get that package airborne. Every step is other steps toward the stars for me. Well done. So 2 favors and 20 influence. Congratulations. Let's go finish the medical recovery. Okay, influence limit break. Oh, sweet, and we got lucky here too. So yeah, she sells medical items, so we can get better healing kits, but also she implants cybernetics. And even though we already have level 2 cybernetics, I think actually level 3 cybernetics from our Warner Braun doctor contact. This is another set of beds I can use so that I can implant more people at once, which could be valuable. Also, if we check her tags, she might have something special. No, this is just medical time is faster, so nothing special here. That's fine though. Okay, your recovery is done. You're, of course, stressed. You are fully stressed. You are almost certainly going to be hitting a stress limit break. But again, I want to drop these. Minus move speed is annoying. 4 days is a pretty quick fix. So let's go ahead and try to fix that up. 25k is not horrible. And then when we're done healing, this will be ready. Hype limit break for... Oh, nice, cool. So yeah, here's my secondary... Or my primary sniper, the only sniper I have. So I can bump out to prove, which gives her bonus crit chance and lowers the chance that she gains double stress. That's kind of nice. So +1 crit chance here. Other option, though, is going increase on long shot, which is also going to give +1 crit from +1 tech. Also going to give me +1% sniper accuracy, which I think is a better option overall. Strength is fine, but let's go ahead and improve long shot, which is going to do a bit more for me overall. That's pretty good here. Yeah, tasks are still full, so nothing to do but go ahead and tick forward. Underworld Hub, moving on the way to level 3. Put the cooling in. Actually, this would be a good time to get more people in for implants. But, like, I'm going to use this to basically put people on the ground and be like, hey, I would be running Rhino and probably Rogue, and then this will be my gun. Here, I'll do it in order because I want to. CK goes here. Yeah, so let's put you Sniper Loud, Great. Let's put you, yeah, your Gunslinger allowed, which is already what you're holding, I'm pretty sure. You need to have a sword. Let's give you an Urban Assault, but I'm going to switch things around and give you a sword for this one, which means I have to unequip my Cyber Knight here. And you are going to hold on to the Slam Dancer, that you can be a melee character. And then eventually I'll put the... oh, and of course this is not the real mission, but yeah, okay. That's fine as it is. We'll leave this where it is. We got most of this set up already, that's good. I think I will run that mission during this episode, because it's going to be a... If it's what I think it is, it'll be a combat mission, which should be somewhat straightforward, and will actually allow the next episode to be stealth stuff. Okay, so let's have her recover for realsies. Influence limit break. Yeah, your contact traits don't matter for me, so I guess you can pay more for files. I don't care. Simstream Trainer is on the way up. Let's upgrade it. Underworld Hub will be ready to go, but I don't have money. Let me double check that I can't sell anything. I don't think I can do much. I can sell this guy. Let me put the legendary ones in. Mint that. Look for files I can sell, not used by a set. We can sell some gang beams for 20 influence. I'm not sure I'd want to actually sell it to. We're still waiting for a lot of these characters to limit break, so yeah. This is the only one that doesn't give influence, and so I'm trying to hold on to these to push some people back up to 80, so we're not going to, you know, sell these yet. I'm going to wait on most of the blueprints. Let's look at what items I can sell. Yeah, only one, so 10k, whatever. I can sell a common account, but for these, I'm going to wait, because again, I want to use the influence there. Cold storage is done. We can put in power. Yeah, I'm going to wait on that. I'm going to start getting my Simstream Detox ready instead. Let's put in power. Okay, that part is done. We should probably get my soldier back from legwork here as well, actually. Because he'll be worth having go on the mission, to be honest. There we go. Hung around their office, hung around their apartment. We had a nice chat late at night. Now they know. Favors and influence for Dr. Ash. Okay, great. We've got a scav raid on offer. And now, let's let the detox finish and have this convo come up. Influence limit break. Hooray! Puppet Master. Almost certainly, I would like to cap out street armor and street weapon mods. We'll see what's there. And actually, as time ticks on, and we look at the gear, there's a chance we don't go for this. The timing's a little bit unfortunate. In about 2 weeks, we'll know if he gets the imported guns trait as well. What's funny is actually, I'm almost willing to go here instead. Just because he's about to get access to imported guns, most likely. And that will be a good use of Puppet Master to guarantee that that also upgrades alongside. But I think realistically it's fine. Let's just burn this. Oh, wait, is it not up? It should be up, right? Do I not have... Oh, it's not available yet. Puppet Master's still down for 12 days. Okay. Well, I can literally only do this then. I'm not going to burn the favor. It's fine. I'll just have to give him more influence, and that's not a big deal. So, give you street merch. It's not the most exciting, but it's fine. Stress. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, sure. So, disgruntled for 30 days, not a big deal. Minus stress res, minus wound res, and if you gain stress, give some to somebody else. That's fine. That's totally reasonable. I can handle that. There's a detox being done. Okay, so, right, in 1 week we have this. Obviously, we can't co-conspire with him because he's still busy with another task, but at some point we need to, you know, burn this. Actually, let me double check something real quick, which is the cooldown of co-conspire. Let's just sort by seniority. Here's Blur. Co-conspire is a 14-day cooldown. We actually should burn this on somebody then to generate a mission that is like of moderate value. But I've still got to pick somebody who actually has a pending limit break that I care about. I don't have any of those right now, so I've still got to wait, I think. Alright, anyway, the plan is we've got a point to spend on our Gunslinger. We're going to use that to keep bumping... I don't care about flush duration really at all, but I do want this bump. I think I actually would kind of want... I would kind of want cooldown, and I kind of want a second charge. So I have to unfortunately get everything, even though I don't want everything. Kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. If I max out pin down, I lower the move speed. I don't really care about that at all. So, yeah, I don't really care about the Link Watch stuff either. So, it seems like, yeah, the play is just let's cap out flush. I'm going to go for minus cover here first, and then come down the bottom side for charges. Maybe the bottom row is better slightly, but oh well. All right. We're going to commit to doing the mission, as long as it's actually a mission right after this dialogue. I've got a very special offer for you. Unique, I'm holding an E-Rifle with your name on it, but you've better move quick. It's not quite a ticket to a Gleamer, but I've got something special today. Special deal on guns, I'm tuned in. Been working on this for months, and I stuck 100 large into it. But I've got my hands on 2 shiny new E-Rifles. Getting high-tech weaponry like that down to the street level must have been a feat, Diego. Well done. It wasn't easy. True-to-life BurnerMouth E-Rifles. Verified the serial number and everything. Before my runners burnt out its GFID core chip, of course. We've got mercs on the team who are going to be interested. Yes, we're going to want to see those. Their ammo is limited by their IO-BAT, but they were going to be true armor melters. You can always change up your kit to carry an extra IO charger. I can get those a bit easier than a full-blown E-Rifle. One of them is already spoken for, but I'm coming to you with an offer to buy the other. Right of first refusal and all. If you don't want it, I can get top dollar for it elsewhere. Okay, well, we'll look it over. Well, dead drop hit is ready to be planned. So, okay, what's the catch? I don't exactly have them in hand yet. Close, but they're stuck at a drop point. So pick them up, right? Then call us. Well, it's a bit more complicated. Oh, they're stuck somewhere in the Docks Infineon territory. Yeah, you know me that well. My connect screwed the job and got spooked on his way out of Fenian turf. He stashed the E-Rifles in the 008 docks and split. They're currently tossing the area trying to find them. It's a matter of time before they get their grubbies on them. So what'd you do to the Fenian that would cause that much trouble? Well, they're not really the forgiving type. Old blood. Old and bad. All my smuggling routes converge on the new Boston Harbor. Land routes and air routes, that's the domain of the syndicates, not a lowly gunrunner like me. So we're stuck together. Hold on to the one you hate. The Irish have run this town for 700 years, so clearly aren't going anywhere, but neither am I. I will pay you for the pickup and any blood you have to spill to get them. The payment will cover about half the price of buying an E-Rifle back. Well, the job is ready to be planned in the command HQ, and so it's due in 10 days. We would have time to, do some surgery and recover and whatnot. Ultimately, though, what's funny is if I wait for the Simson trainer to upgrade, the benefit is actually that the XP gained goes up by 15%. That said, though, this mission is due in 4 days, and I would want to run it. I don't want it to go to waste. So the end result's going to be that as I am putting all these things in, let's go ahead and put some power here. We're going to run this mission now, put someone in the trainer, and just acknowledge that we can't have somebody upgraded for this. So the plan for the dead drop hit is 245k. It's a, okay payday. He'll get some bonus influence, which is cute. I can purchase a BurnerMouth. We can quickly do a dialogue here. Me and mine can't get anywhere near that drop rate. You'll have to be the one to hit it. If the Fenian try to kill us, then we'll have to kick right back. Don't want to push any fantasies here. The Irish are going to be waiting for you. There is no way this goes without a fight. And that's the plan. There won't be any finesse in this one, only raw firepower and speed. No stealth or hacking, just a fire team. Cool. So I don't have a corrupt Fenian insider, so I can't get tactical dominance. Neither for Hype Rush there either. So if I did have a contact who was corrupt in faction, I could, do some cool stuff there. They would relay some, info and all that stuff would be nice, but you don't want to have that. So the CK is going to go, Rhino's going to go, Eagre's going to go, and then I'm probably going to switch you out and have Protocol go instead. You're, of course, going to run the Loud Urban Assault, and then, I guess, after all, you're going to hold this. I have to unequip it from my other guy, of course. You are not using a sword anymore, just kidding. We're going to put it on the Cyber Knight. This is your setup here. Alrighty, so this is the squad. I mean, it's similar to what we had last time, but we have an actual sniper combatant, which will improve the quality. We're relatively high level. And because I have a field op center token, the next one's in 2 days. I should let the 2 days tick down so I get another token here. That's probably correct to do. Nothing else is really available. I can field coordination. I should burn that right away, actually. Let's pop that. Let's get better leverage. So now I get my action points and move points for 2 turns. That's pretty clearly worth it. I have... How many charges do I have? I can't even tell off the top of my head. Oh, I have 3. Yeah. So we clearly get the AP for 2 turns. We can get this with active leverage. 4 initiative, 2 AP, 1 move point. It's only for 1 turn, but it's still something. We can buy Hype Booster to gain bonus XP and Hype, which is kind of cool. We can debuff Armor for the first 2 turns, which is very useful. We can get Crit for 2 turns, which is a little bit less strong, but still good. But yeah, the question is, do I want to be greedy and run Hype Booster, or just be a bit safer and run stuff like this? Like, I'm feeling like, plus Mad Dash plus Hype Advantage and use them when it's appropriate is the way better way to just completely overload this mission. So we have a ton of AP printing as a result, which I'm feeling good about. And we'll put somebody into the Simstream Trainer. Obviously, we know from gear, 1, 2, 3, 4, you guys are running. And then the question is, who do I want to put into the bench to gain XP? Probably the Cybersword to have a good understudy. He's still pretty low level. He's got, his stress isn't in a big, problem right now. That's going to be fine. we'll send you to the trainer. I'm going to need my hacker for this mission, so I can't have him detox. I can have somebody else do it. Let's sort by stress. And yeah, we can send the Scourge right now, who's not busy. And now it is time for the dead drop hit. It's finally power level 6, so we are getting the next tier of enemies. And yeah, let's go run it. We got a lot of leverage. Feels good. Here's our mercs. Once again, we're not running any silencers. Actually, one last thing I can do. No, I can't. I don't have level 4 street mods yet because we didn't have Puppet Master. So that's okay. Let's run the mission. They're here. We've got both E-Rifles in hand. Well, too bad they're biochipped. I think we could use those in just a second. You could. Turns out Diego wasn't being paranoid. The Fenny have been trailing us since we touched down in the 008. Glad I stayed back here after all. Look alive, mercs. We've got trouble coming in hot. They've taken their time with this trap. They've got to surround it and are going to rush from every side. Alright, well, 4 spawns. And it's not easy for any one of us to kill 4 people, or a group of people, a horde. I guess they're mostly in pairs. But it's still hard for most of my characters to get 2 people in a single turn. So we tactical surge, and the question I basically have is, do I need the bonus move points yet? I would say, generally speaking, it's worth alpha striking. I would expect most turns aren't going to spawn, 8 mercs all at once. And so, strike hard and fast very early on, and make sure you clean everything up. But I also want to make sure I'm not wasting action points, and that I actually need what I'm spending here. Because keep in mind, I don't have good recoil control, and the reason that matters is at a certain point, my gun's going to be useless because I can't shoot them anymore. Because, again, recoil is a very real problem. So one thing I do want to do, actually, is segment these bad guys a bit. So the nice thing is I have high ground here. So this shot is easier, and that shot is easier because of the high ground. We should see that the accuracy looks pretty good here. Yeah, 97%. I think that's largely due to high ground. We can hide behind this crate, no problem. These guys cannot hit us. We can hide from this crew for a turn. It's going to be completely free. These guys are going to be much tougher. We have to actually kind of rush them. Might use the Urban Assault for that one, because we've got an armored, wildfire here. But just in general, this is looking like, hey, they're in partial cover. They're going to be able to get behind us. These guys are also going to be kind of awkward. You can see that this counts as full line of sight blocking, so you got to get, pretty far out like this to hit them both. One of the captains, who's pretty tanky. This one is not a complete slouch either. I think what it comes down to is that these are the most ignorable. They're also the hardest to hit. They are street predators after all. So I'm going to say, you know what? We're in range here with the assault rifle. That's pretty clean at 27. Let's walk up here, let them have it. It's looking pretty good here. Yeah, this is a buffed evasion, making that job a little bit tougher. I'm going to aim primarily at you as a result. Oh, this guy's really tanky. You have upgraded armor. Yeah, that's going to make it tough. Okay, we'll aim at you first then, because we want to get as many shred chances as we can. We crit and shred. That is huge. Absolutely massive. And yeah, that miss is not a surprise. And so what I want to do here is actually switch up my tactic. If I go single target, the first shot's going to be bad. Second shot, I'm going to get focused fire. And I can go back in. So this shot's going to suck. Second shot's going to be okay. That's fine. Second shot, thanks to focus fire, 77%. Which means I get to clean them both out. Now, I have to make a decision relatively soon. Actually, the positioning here is pretty good. They have to get probably... If they run to here, they probably... Nah, I think this shot's not doable. And they have to run all the way up to here to get around that crate. So I think, yeah, you guys running to here is possible. This is probably right about 5 AP. So the question is, do I think they're going to get a shot off? Because if they are... I want to pop the move point leverage. And I think the answer is yes. I want to bump the move point leverage because I want to make sure I get to safety here. So I'm going to run basically back here, behind these crates, and be totally safe from those two. And I'm going to expect that and in fact, I'm even relatively safe from, if I'm standing here, from those guys as well. This feels pretty playable. The last thought is, do I need to change initiative? And I'm going to go ahead and throw it on look ahead, just to guarantee. Now, one thing to point out is look ahead, of course, is free. If you take the actual, the factual upgrades to look ahead in the talent tree, you can make this thing give minus move speed, which allows you to have a pretty useful, large AoE, long duration move speed reduction for combat missions. And so for guys like this, where they have to reposition to catch us at all, we can really, really stuff them for a turn or two. And so there's actually real value in taking that. I haven't tended to do it, but I'm actually pretty sure it's quite solid. So anyway, next up, We gotta go find our kills, so... I want to make sure that you have a clean line of sight of both these guys. Looks like that's going to be that. It's telling me I can shoot both of them. In fact, it's telling me I can shoot 3 because I have line of sight. That's funny. I can't quite get this guy. I guess that pillar's in the way. But it's telling me I have line of sight on 3. We'll see if it's true. If it's not, I have to walk up closer, but we'll pretend it's okay. And Gun Kata says I can shoot both of you guys. I can't have this one work and have the cone go wide enough. If I put more points into Gun Kata, I could increase the area to nearly 360 degrees, which means I would get these two as well. But I didn't do that because I don't have it. But either way, this should be decent. Okay, that sucks that you missed. Let's try again. Recoil is kind of bad, but let's still do what we can here. Another option, actually, is to switch tactics and go back to the revolver here. And the reason to do that, let's see, you're on a sword, which means you're not scary yet. I've also got to make sure I can get back to cover as well. Roughly 2 AP to get back here so that these guys can't shoot. We can just kind of focus on the Grunt Captain now. Wow, we actually got the coin flip, which is huge. And I think realistically, I guess I'm not high enough to count as high ground. Okay, fine. But yeah, I think this is actually reasonable. I can go for 2 shots and then get back behind cover. In fact, what I'm going to do for the first one is called shot, get a guaranteed glancing hit, and then I should get focus fire for the next shot. So there's the guaranteed glance. But I can shoot for real. Decent chance to hit. Really good damage. Again, you're on a sword, so I'm not too worried about you. And I'm going to hide back here to make sure that you guys can't shoot me. There's no way you're going to have line of sight. He's safe. So I'm going to have Rhino yield here because I want my soldier to go for this one. Does have to burn quite a few AP to get into a decent shot. I think it's acceptable, but it, you know, does cost me a bit. Yeah, I have to go all the way around this cover. That should be decent, though. Let's marker sights for the accuracy and crit chance. Let's preemptively Iron Grip for the recoil just generated. And the question is, do I want to use Crosshair Lock right now? Well, first let me count action points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Is this 8? Yeah, it's 8. Which is enough for 2 full autos plus a single target, or I can Crosshair Lock and get 2 single targets, or 2 full autos plus an SMG shot. That's feeling pretty good to me. So I'm going to say, let's Crosshair Lock this. Let's bump the accuracy and everything else. I don't need a Splat Pat. It would let me recover some recoil, which is decently useful, to be honest. But I'm going to save it for another turn, where I might need it more. We crit, because of course we did. The Shred is really useful. My recoil's only 19. Down you go. I have 1 AP left, and there's no chance you are threatening. I'm actually going to do a delay and let this person run. In fact, I might let these guys run as well, and then wait for the sniper. Again, do I really think I can get hit by these guys? The answer is gotta be no, right? There's no way they have a clean line here. So let's let these guards all have their turn. Alright, what you got? You're going to charge, because that's all you can really do. I don't think you have enough AP to hit me. I was right. That's good news. They're choosing cover, which is actually bad for me. I didn't think about that they would choose a defensive tactic. But, yeah, this actually made my job harder instead of getting the open shots there. So I made a mistake. It is what it is. I'm going to leave him here, actually, because there could be spawns, right? Here's a door, here's a door, here's a door. Here's an elevator, here's a door, here's a door. Here's stairs up, so, like, this would be a valid spawn point. Here's an elevator. Here's stairs up. This would be a valid, you know, spawn point. Stairs up, door, door, door. So, you know, the fact that I'm covering 4 entrances here seems pretty reasonable. So I'm just going to have him end his turn. Rhino gets a much worse time of this now. And yeah, you're under such quality cover that I really can't get much here. The nice thing is, though, that if I stand like this, well, 25 meters isn't great. It would let you guys walk up on me, probably. But there's a good chance... you probably do count as high-quality cover here, unfortunately. Let's see. 65 and... No, maybe it doesn't. Let's find out. So before I hit nest, what are these guys at? Yeah, okay. Completely playable. Cool. They don't count as high-quality cover. You're obstructed, and that's at most all you have. Okay, cool. Then, yeah, let's go for nest. And let's start taking some shots. Let's go kill the farther one first, as it's actually the easier kill, and harder for everyone else to kill. Shot 1. That's a miss, but... Focus fire gets the recoil back. We're just going to try again. Surely it'll work this time. Wow, you really suck at this? Thank you? Holy moly, that was terrible. Oh well. You're at 16. I'm not too worried. I basically can't roll below you. It's not a big problem. Wait, did I get one of my buffs for that? Because I got move points out of that. Oh, interesting. Wait, no. Yeah, it didn't pop Quiet Kill. I used Mad Dash, but I thought I used Mad Dash at the start. Oh, I didn't run far enough to use all the move points. That makes sense. Right. I'm like, where did the move points come from? It's like, no, I only ran 2 steps. You need to die, but you're going late enough that it's not a big deal. I can't reload or anything. There's no point in going to Overwatch. I'm going first, so... Picking up even more incoming comm signatures. Alright, well, there is a set of reinforcements. Fine. So the question is, who wants to go? I'm going to start by yielding. So Rhino can't move because she's under Nest. Nest cancels if you move, so I should be taking shots whenever I can. Shot 1. Thank you for actually landing it. Unfortunately, they didn't die. Revolver is in range, though, so we can have almost no chance of succeeding, but we can try anyway. I might as well. I'm doing nothing else with this action point. Okay, it is what it is. Do I want to go into Overwatch here? I think no. Someone else can clean this up. And I want to leave her here with Nest still on for another turn to find some other spawn point and shoot at them. This spawn point would suck for me, but otherwise it'd be pretty good. Unique can't yield anymore, so I've got to go for a reload and try to find a kill. If I fail hard enough, I'll have to go for something here. Another option, actually, is to run over there and go for the bat. Can I get in range of both? Not really, no. I think using the melee weapon is correct here. Allows me to... I think I can get the Gunslinger there, no problem, and it'll be useful. I don't think it'll be a big deal. So I think, yeah, the play is just... Are you, like... No, okay, that's normal spot. Yeah, let's put you here. There we go, yeah. I can't get in range for 1 AP, as far as I can tell, so... Yeah, just run here, take the strike. I can delay if I need to, but... Down you go. Nice crit. Good job. Should pretty clearly reload at this point. Then my 3 AP... Yeah, I guess best I can do is go here and take a single target shot. I think it's fine. It's not the sickest, but... Not much else to do. I did waste a lot of AP running forward and backwards. Do I want to stun? I think the answer is almost certainly no, but I can't yield. I could delay, and it's not the end of the world. Someone else can clean this up anyway. It's your turn. I'm probably going to shoot and then Iron Grip. Well, no, you know what? This is a good time for Splat Pat. You guys can... Well, no. I don't have to... No, I do. Okay. So if I Splat Pat, I get some of the recoil back, which is nice. Pretty good damage. I have enough AP to reload here. Puts me down to 3, but because I have that +2 action points, we're good. My recoil is not horrible. Allows me to Iron Grip now, and I get a lot of my recoil back. Checking something real quick. My recoil is normally 35, and I'm not coming even close to that, which is kind of wild. Then my recoil was, like, quite manageable. Couldn't tell you why, but we take those. Good job. I'm at 32 recoil. Sure, I guess it's about right. Anyway, he's got what he needed to do. We can keep holding the spot for more reinforcements. That seems fine. Egress now must get this kill. I'm tempted to run very far forward to guarantee it, but I don't think I need to. I'm not sure there's a downside to doing so, though. Within, yeah, under 6 meters is a guaranteed glancing hit. So here we go, guaranteed glancing hit. 38%, but even a glance probably kills. We actually got a full hit. That's wild. Let's take some reloads. And can we make our positioning slightly better? Actually, I think standing at this cover is probably a small improvement, so let's do that. Actually, no. I'm going to end my turn here so you get +1 initiative. No, there's no reason to do it. Let's stand here and end my turn. Alright, Unique has 2 AP left. She's not sure what fight she's going to help with. I think it's fine to end the turn, though. Any guards on turn 3? Another wave's coming up, so yes. They are right there. Okay. Oh, 2 right there. That's going to be a hard group to hit, actually. That seems like pretty solid cover. Alright. Do you have anything good you can do? This is not a good gun kata angle at all. You're actually fully behind that wall, which really sucks for me. I'd have to stand here. Yikes, that sucks. Well, it's 2 groups, so I think we can go ahead and use the other initiative or the other buff here. That's a good enough reason to me to go that way. I've got plenty of ammo. I have both in line of sight, so it's a gun kata play. I cannot quite get... I mean, they're down the wall, they're down the stairs anyway, but... Okay, you fully missed, that sucks. Okay, what's the play? I mean... I kind of want to walk up and use the pistol. Someone else can kill this guy without much issue. If I go here... I don't know what all here counts as high quality cover. But I also want to be within 5 meters so I can get a guaranteed hit on you. And I can't do that. So I can go here and like shoot a little bit. But this kill's going to be hard to get. I fully missed. I don't want to go into Overwatch. That seems pretty crappy. If I use Flush, I don't even lower evasion. I lower cover bonus, but they're not in cover. My sniper is going to have a hard time getting good line of sight. Like, maybe from here is playable. I mean, I could just run away. Actually, I can't do that easily. I mean, standing here is acceptable. I'm probably okay. Yeah, you're on an SMG. That's not going to be easy to get accuracy with. I don't love it, but it might be my best option. I'm worried about the shotgun being good, though. If I'm back here, there's no way you could get here on 4 AP, so... I think legit hiding here is acceptable, and I should be safe. I think I should be safe. Yeah, I think that's the play. I don't want to leave him exposed. I could have done a delay, actually, and see what else my team could have done. That would have been smarter. I didn't do it. It's my bad. You've got your last turn of Nest here. Let's go try to get you a kill. First shot is good. Second shot should be Skull Shot now. I'm guaranteed at least a glancing hit. This should be a kill, and it'll give me 3 AP back. It's a crit, so it's really good. I'm not in range of anybody without moving to get a new line of sight. Yeah, I have a really hard time getting these guys. If I go up this far, I get the revolver in range 2, but I'm open to this Street Bender, which is not a good thing for me. If I stand here, I'm, like, certainly quite safe. If I stand here, I step out to shoot. That seems pretty solid to me. I think it'll be hard for this guy to get a good shot. Don't know what your initiative's going to be, but I think this is a pretty playable space. Nice shot. Good job. 2 AP left. I can't use it, so I think it's just end turn. I could go for Overwatch here, but I'm not sure it's actually a good idea. I think I'd rather just stay behind cover and be hard to hit. Tough thing is, you can probably run to here and get a shot, but I should be behind hard cover, and it's going to be pretty safe. So I think I can... Well, I can still delay and see where these guys move. Maybe get a revolver shot. You're on an SMG and far from me. So I think it's... Yeah, and I really can't get any shots on you. That spawn is so gnarly. I'm tempted to go up here and go for a stun and then delay and see where you go. And then clean up that fight a little bit later. I think that's actually pretty solid. I'm going to leave him here, by the way. Run up here, go for a stun. I think it's actually pretty solid. We'll be safe from this SMG. I don't want to give you the chance to move, so let's just stun you. You'll be down for only 2 actions, but it's good enough for now. Let's have you reload, and we'll just keep delaying you. We'll delay you. We'll delay you. We'll delay you. All right. You're trying to flank. You should be out of AP. You rolled a 22, which is very scary. You're stunned. Rhino can revolver here. Oh, my recoil's too high for this to matter. I could just say, let's just go Overwatch. I mean, I'm not winning on initiative here, right? If I end my turn, I can do initiative bump to make sure I'm going early. And the thing is, well, actually, no. I'm pretty sure that death... Okay, here's what I'm going through. So, the way Overwatch works is your next turn's initiative is your current turn -2, which means initiative is 4. At the end of turn 3, guards are going to spawn and have initiatives between 7 and 12, which means Rhino gets 1 Overwatch shot on Katu, and then is stuck here for a guard that spawns here, 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 if they spawn here at all, right? She's just in the open and cannot move earlier. I can bump her up to, like, 12, I guess, with pre-computed, which is just good enough. Yeah, I guess the fact that I can go up to 12 with pre-computed means it's fine. I can use my Cyber Knight to make this go better. So that is enough of a reason for me to say, okay, let's try. I am in pre-computed range. You're clearly in Overwatch. I can run out here, take this shot, make the progress, and then it shouldn't be hard to make sure that Rhino's going to be in a decent spot here. Coin flip, we miss. Walk up for the bat later, probably. I think Protocol can stand here and it's fine. Let's hope we don't miss the Overwatch shot. Reinforcement arrives. Yep, okay. Protocol goes first. We take those. Marker Sight seems worth it. These guys are high evasion after all. And let's just shoot the Urban Assault. Their evasion's only, -5 because of the... it's only -20, but I debuffed it. Let's go ahead and Iron Grip back some... Actually, let me check something again real quick. My recoil is... Yeah, okay, it's 22. Check something real quick, though, right? This gun creates supposedly 35 recoil, so I cut it by a third somehow. My recoil generation is only -12%. So I still don't know... And I don't think I have, like... Oh, I have Ignore 3 recoil. Okay. So if I'm taking off 12%, and the game rounds down in, like, all cases... So that's 3.5 plus 0.7 is 4.2. Let's call it -5, so I'm at 30. And then if I ignore 3 recoil, I'm at 27. I am at 22. So I'm dropping another 7 or 8 recoil that I feel like I don't deserve to. I don't know where it's coming from, but it's clearly happening, right? We're seeing right here that we expect to gain 31, and we're not getting 31. Right? 31 was the math I got when I said we should be getting only 30, right? So I don't know where the other -8 or so is coming from. Again, I understand I'm getting a free -3, so okay, right, I should be at 25, which is, where's the other -6 coming from? I have no idea. But, something is a little bit off. I don't know what it is. Either way, we're going to go ahead and hit Iron Grip to get most of that back. Let's recover 12 recoil. Now we're down to 10 recoil. Odds of killing are pretty high. If we don't, I can always go into Overwatch. Nope, we're good. He's strong enough. Good job, buddy. Please land this shot, Rhino. Good. And that fully ends the turn of guards. Alright, so Egress gets a try. You are stunned for this turn. Running here to that guy seems playable. We can let the CK run up and use the bat. That seems fine enough. It told me I could shoot. The game lies to me still. That's too bad that the previews are still not quite up to date. Oh well. You're at 18, but Rhino gets a full turn after this, so it's not a huge deal. We reload. We take a shot. It might kill. It did. Good job, buddy. We've used up all our leverage. It got us a lot of sort of early advantages. Swing 1. That's a glancing hit. How long are you stunned for? I'm going to delay. You're stunned for this turn, but maybe not next, so I need to see what you're up to. You roll a 21. Guess what that means? You're going first if I don't do anything about this. So what that also means is, even if I end my turn, odds are very low that I get to beat you on this. So there's the way that buffs and debuffs work in this game is the buff will always last, like, it treats it more in terms of how many turns that person actually has, in terms of how many actions they could take. It's because her turn is already done. Applying a 1-turn stun through Power Slice means she's stunned for her next turn, not this one. Otherwise, you would literally waste the stun. It wouldn't do anything. Next turn would start and they wouldn't be stunned. That would be, like, really crap. Now, you can abuse that with things like damage over time effects, where you will still damage them on this turn. But this should now be, from the bat, a quote-unquote 2-turn stun. Because, yeah, they're stunned for this turn, whatever. What they're really stunned for is their next turn, because I've used this Power Slice here. So, unless I'm, getting griefed or I'm misremembering how the game works, we're essentially going to be totally okay here. You can take your reload. You're going to have no... I mean, especially with my Cyber Knight standing there. Really no chance to do anything. Take the other reload. And so you should now count as stunned from the bat. We've got another guard spawn. We've got a sniper way over there. You should be stunned from the bat. You are indeed stunned from the bat. The stun is now basically over. But that is what happened there. Anyway, let's use the bat to kill you. See ya, nerd. It's a glancing hit, but we got the kill. It's good enough for me. Alright, I guess best thing I can do is... Wow, I really can't get in line of sight to shoot people. Okay, well, let's see. If I want to try to get a shot, Yeah, you're still way over there. Okay, I'm going to do is I'm going to run to here, have 1 AP left. Still in range of the rest of my team. Tactical Surge, give them initiative and AP that, you know, they can make use of. And then run to here and ramp off a single shot. Looks pretty good. Hey, nice job. It's a glancing hit. It's good enough. Rhino gets to go sniper versus sniper here. It's looking pretty good here, actually. I technically count as high ground. That's nice. See ya, nerd. Alright. That's everyone that we know about dead. Let's spread out a little bit more then and make sure we have more angles covered in case there's another reinforcement wave. Gunslinger can reload his guns. I'm going to leave him near the middle, or I might run down here, actually. I think this is the spot I kind of covered the least well. Then you can reload your Urban Assault. And that is the end of turn 5. And they've run out of steam. Won't have long to get out of the territory, so get moving. Defending aren't going to forget or forgive this little fiasco easily. Those E-Rifles better be top-notch. Let me see him. Let me see those beautiful burners. Holding them both right here. Untouched and perfect. I knew you'd come through unique. My E-Rifles are finally safe. I'll send a runner to our usual spot for the handoff. Now, we can basically ask how much it's going to cost me to buy back. Might be worth giving it to you. They've got our blood on them. I don't like that they say delay here because I don't want to like insinuate that I'm not going to give him his stuff. So I'm just going to skip past them and just say a deal is a deal. We'll be there. Always a pleasure. Once you remove their biolocks, let's chat price. So it is worth noting, by the way, if you delay, you can try to have your hacker or someone like that run a legwork to break the biolocks themselves. If you do so, you get to keep the guns. You burn the relationship to the ground. He's going to never forgive you for stealing his merchandise. Very reasonable. To be fair, if it's Diego, he's the less good contact anyway. He doesn't have the armor selling service that Origami Joe does. And Joe's his contact features like actually gives him he sells guns for cheaper. So it actually is unironically like not even a bad idea to just burn Diego, but it's fine. Be very careful with those anti-tempers. We want one of these back. Well, because we honored our agreement, we gained some trust, and we can now repurchase an E-Rifle. Level up 2 of our guys. We can go investigate that real quick. We want to look at weapons, and we want to sort by powerful. Right? Our best Urban Assault right now is Chicago Series, which is quite accurate. A lot of bullets, pretty solid ballistic damage. The BurnerMouth, as a direct comparison, certainly to be fair, less accurate. Absolutely. Fewer bullets. Definitely matter if you're hitting more than 2 people. I mean, this is only 2 hits per person. But instead of doing 170 ballistic, you're doing 110 ballistic, 90 pure, which is not 200 damage. This is more like 300 damage. Because anytime you're hitting a captain, they block 3/4 of all ballistic damage. Which means if you're hitting a captain here, this is under 50 damage per bullet. This is over 100 damage per bullet. So it's double, more than double, easily more than double the damage per bullet. It's actually closer to, is it closer to triple? I guess it is, right? Because 90 plus 50 is about 150. No, I'm griefing on the math here. This is like 30 something. Either way, more than double damage. And so the fact that you're getting half as many bullets is fine. You're not often hitting 3 people, as we saw from the last mission. We're often only hitting 2. Armor shred is better per bullet. Again, fewer bullets. So in terms of actually shredding armor, yes, the Urban Assault is better. In terms of damage per target, even with the accuracy being weaker, I would say it's still probably better overall damage. What you're losing is a tiny bit of max range, not enough to matter. You are losing some auto range. That is enough to matter. The -4 can totally be real, but you're basically in shotgun territory. It's nice that it's quieter, of course. Other minor thing is that, yes, you are limited on reloads. You can only reload your ammo so many times, so you reload to 4. And 4, by the way, means 2 full auto shots, right? If you shoot full auto, it burns 2 ammo. So you get basically a total of 6 full auto bursts. Again, damage is decent. Recoil is a bit more manageable. I would say on average, I would probably still pick the Chicago Series. You have just sort of a lot more you can equip there, and I think just a lot of the tools there are better. Range is nicer, shred is nicer. The damage is it's clearly higher in the BurnerMouth, but in a mission like I just played, I would have gone through almost exactly 3 magazines on the Soldier, BurnerMouth would have been pretty similar in damage output. In fact, actually, it might have one-shot and not required the second burst. So, you know, you can see it. Regardless, this is one of the options here. This is a gun that exists. If you want to buy it from here, you can. It's, of course, reasonably expensive, but not bad by any means. We'll handle class training, and I think that's going to do it. I guess we can spend a little time moving forward and getting this raid ready, but for the most part, we're going to be setting up for this mission to run it next. So let's do the class training that we have. Our sniper gets a point. Great. I'm going to keep going for Nest. I'm fine with duration. I'm fine with plus charge here as well. We got the talent limit finally, which means I'm going to take Fleeting here. We've already capped out Quiet Kill. Let's go take Fleeting. We're going to bump this up for funsies as well, getting plus move points for the remainder of the turn. Seems kind of nice. If we ever bring the sniper on a stealthier mission, killing an unaware suspicious target gives me nice buffs. Accuracy and crit chance over here, and overall mobility and accuracy over here. So we'll invest in that, and then come back to Nest a little bit later. Try that kind of stuff out. Our soldier can be leveled up. Great. I'm going to keep going on Crosshair Lock. The damage output... Oh, getting it 0 AP is certainly nice. Going to here afterwards is going to be quite nice as well. Splat Pat, it's just kind of whatever, right? It's a little bit of recoil. This is fine, I guess, but... yeah, realistically, let's go ahead and keep bumping this for a while. Seems good enough. We've already capped out Running Gun, which, you know, seems pretty solid as well. Again, forgot to use it in the last mission. My Cybersword, he's already capped out Slash Slide. We've got the sort of 1 point in Choppa. I think these are reasonable upgrades, but we're already pathing toward Shielded Rush, which I want. I don't care about Arc Field too much. I'm going to, again, path towards Shielded Rush, and then come down through here. I said I was going to do that, so we're going to keep that plan going. That's the training being done. And let's see. Are there any other tasks I'm going to be able to cover? I think there's no crafts I want right now. These are all weapons I've basically already crafted something as good or better of. I guess I could craft the other Nyx Assassin. It's probably slightly better than Panther Stalker. 50 Ballistic for 12 Pure is worth. Plus on max range seems worth. Recoil is annoying, noise is annoying, but this is probably the better gun overall. So let's actually make this craft happen. As far as secondaries to add, nope, not going to do this. Yeah, I'm going to keep using up red cubes overall, just because I rarely find uses for them. And sure, let's get this gun done a little bit sooner. It doesn't really matter, to be honest, but let's craft a slightly better revolver. That'll be done in time for this mission. Not the reason I did it, but cool. Yeah, I guess we're going to play down until this is ready, and that's going to be the rest of this episode. Simstream Detox is almost ready to be upgraded. That's nice. We have some in Detoxing. We have some in the Trainer. We've got retraining tokens that I don't need to use. Actually, you know what? While I'm here, it's of incredibly low value, but this point is basically useless. It's 1 will and 0.1 AP. Fractional AP doesn't matter until you get the entire whole number, so this is 1 will. This is 1 tech and 2 crit chance, aka 3 total crit chance, which means technically doing a respec here and learning everything all over again is slightly more powerful, and this pathing is otherwise identical. In fact, one thing I might do as well, as I cap this talent out, is I might choose to not bother with some of these points in Rewind. And instead go bigger on Atomic Step. So I have 5 points here, which means I can spend like this, and the only thing I'm missing is the cooldown. It means Rewind is a bit harder to use, sure, but I would rather have the very high amount of safety that comes with having this talent here. I think it's very, very strong. I love maxing this thing out. This point is really, really worth it, dropping it from a 3-turn cooldown to a 2. But yeah, now I have a bunch of armor reduction. I have a bunch of crit vulnerability. I have the 3 duration, the 3-turn stun. I've got, you know, solid range. I mean, I had most of these already. I had most of these, but I basically, yeah, skipping out on, what was it, these 2 nodes, I think? Maybe this one as well, but these 2 nodes at least. And I think just the 1-pointer rewind is fine. I really do like having the extra charge. I do like the range going to 35 meters if you get both. That is good, but I think this is totally fine. And once again, we'll let time tick forward. We get a hype limit break. We can bump Fearsome for... yeah, the tough thing is he's a soldier who is good at melee weapons. Kinetic as extra pure damage. Certainly good, right? That's useful, but as my challenge rules are still, hey, it's monoclass, don't do any weird stuff. This is just basically +1 will, which, meh. Yes, I could give him a sword as a secondary weapon. You could argue that would be fine at some point, but eh. Maybe long term when I get this here, but for now I'm happy with just taking points in tech as well as reflex and strength. Those are the primary traits for him, or attributes for him, I should say. Underworld Hub, I do have money to upgrade, but I don't have the... Actually, no, I don't have money to upgrade, so never mind. Time takes forward. Alright, we've got a site schematics for a Matsumoto global target we can scav raid. When we negotiated to join the deal to join the charter, our people were allowed to visit thousands of Megacorp sites for evaluation, some of them Matsumoto. Note that no one could link a hit on one of those sites back to Warner Braun. Yep, sometimes sheer numbers are the best defense. Also, I'm not paying you for the job. This is an offer you might take on your own time and risk. What do we owe you? It's free. We can't directly fund it, but anything that destabilizes Matsumoto Global is good for our beachhead here in New Boston. There will come a time for funding. We need to get settled. Then there will be a time for that. So we have a raid against Matsumoto, which means we would have reasonably high quality Megacorp guards. We can steal from their warehouse here. It's the same map as Truck Job. We can give her a ton of influence, so she can buy item blueprints, I guess. But hey, you know, free influence is free influence. I can't hate it. This is a very big map. It has a lot going on. It's also got an orange host. That'll be worth looking at as well. Ultimately, yeah, next 2 episodes will probably be running these 2 missions. That's fine. In the middle of that, we'll have this convo go as well. So we're going to save this for next episode, but we'll start this convo. We'll run these missions in follow-up episodes, and that'll be where we go. So I'm going to stop here. Actually, I guess I'll stop when I get some of these tasks done, but I'm going to stop short of this convo. We got our influence limit break. Yeah, so we still don't have Puppet Master up. Diego doesn't really do anything for us that we care about here. Selling better weapon mods is of limited value. Again, he's kind of a redundant contact here, so sure. Great, you're better at those. Wonderful, good for you. This will be up eventually. Oh, cool. This is new for me. Or no, I think I've seen this before. Okay, there's another mission type. This is one of the newer mission types that have been added. It actually might be specifically the brand new mission type that was added really, really recently. So actually, next episode might be this mission here. Taylor offering an agent inside a D cartel. So we'll probably pop that relatively soon. And that'll be interesting. So next episode might be this, because I haven't played this mission type before. And so that'll be next episode. Cool. We're still an hour and a half in, so let me stop this now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.